What do you feel about permission? It's a big part of our society these days. I need permission to do this thing. I need a doctor's note to do this other thing. I went for a massage the other day, tried to claim it on my benefits. Oh, you need a doctor's note, you need a prescription. No, I need a massage because my arm hurts. So permission. We are brought up with it, right? We're constantly seeking that permission from that parent figure in our life, and then that parent figure in our life starts being less and less influential when we're not spending as much time with them. And then it becomes a teacher, and then it becomes a boss, and we're looking for permission. The only person you need permission from is yourself. And I am in no way condoning you to go out and break laws, right? There are structural aspects to society that are very beneficial, okay? I really appreciate living in a society where it's not just a free-for-all. I like the fact that it's against the law for people to hurt each other or to break and enter or to cause bodily harm or to do negative things to each other. I really like the fact that we live in a society like that up here in Canada. It's blessed, okay? But I don't need the fear of being in trouble for me to not do those things. I don't do those things because I don't do those things. It's that simple. I have no interest in hurting others. So this video is not me trying to say, oh, just do whatever you want. No. Do what you think is right, though. This morning, I was going to go to the gym, and the door was locked. Now, I live in a condo building. The gym is a part of my amenities. It's supposed to be open at a certain time. It wasn't open. So I thought to myself, there's like a big gap, like that big on the door. I can just nick the latch, and I'm in. 5 minutes later, I'm in the gym working out, no problem, right? I broke into my gym. Half an hour later, after I'm doing my workout, the super shows up, and it's like, he goes to unlock the door. He's like, "Shit, how did you get in here?" And I looked at him for a second. I didn't say anything. He's like, "You're not in trouble." It's like, okay. I wasn't worried about getting in trouble. Maybe a little bit worried about it. But what is that person going to do? What type of trouble am I going to be in? He was late. He should have opened the gym earlier. He apologized, of course. He's like, "I'm sorry, I slept in," whatever. And I was like, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. No one got hurt. Nothing bad happened. But I gave myself permission to use that space, even though there was a little piece of metal between me and that space, a little latch, a little chunk of metal that big holding me back, right? That someone else has a key for. So I just gave myself the permission to use it. Because in doing so, I'm not causing any harm to anyone, right? I don't need the fear of authority to prevent me from doing bad. If breaking into that gym was going to harm someone, I would have never considered doing it. But it harms nobody. It actually helps everybody. Because in this case here, I got to use the gym anyways, and I'm gonna leave it at that, right? And I think that's a big learn, actually. I feel very compelled to talk about this because it's about expanding those boundaries. I've been my whole life been the goody two-shoe kid that just kind of, oh, I don't have permission to do that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Oh, do not enter. Okay, I'm not going to enter. Okay, like, nah. I totally respect people's privacy. I totally respect people's property and other areas, and I'm not about trying to like get in trouble. But I'm also not afraid of it anymore because I've fundamentally changed that belief, right? I don't believe that I need an external factor, another human being, to grant me permission in order to live my life. I believe that that's my responsibility to make the decisions on a daily about how I'm going to live my life. All right? Might not work for everybody, but I think we need to get to a point where fundamentally people are in a position of power within themselves. And that's part of my core beliefs now, is that our power is internal, okay? It doesn't matter what the guy in charge is saying to do, okay? What matters is what this is saying to do. What does your heart say is right, okay? And let's not take this to an extreme level of just anarchy, because that doesn't help anybody. But also, let's not take this to the other extreme, which is complete and utter control and lack of self-guidance, all right? I'm going to wait for what the government's going to do in order to fix this public health crisis before I can make any educated decisions for myself. No, think for yourself, okay? Do some of that. It's cathartic, it's amazing, and the benefits are unreal. Whether you take physical action in the real world is a whole other story. Right? I had to take that physical action to open that door. So I'm not saying that permission means you have to go ahead and do something either, right? I had the conversation in my head. I was like, okay, I'm giving myself the permission to do this. I'm not worried about doing this. And then I took it to the next level, which was action in the three-dimensional world, where I nicked through the door and I'm good. So I can go get my workout in. It feels really good sometimes to do what you're not supposed to do. And I think that that all comes back down to beliefs, right? So a majority of us are brought up to believe that we need permission in order to do anything, right? I need permission for the light above my head to turn a certain color before I can go through this space, this intersection. You know what? That one makes sense because there's a lot of people driving multi-ton vehicles in multiple directions in the same amount of space going like that. You know what? Sometimes having a system that's arbitrary in order to just make sure that no one hurts each other makes sense. So permission has great uses and values. But do I need permission to go out for a walk, right? Do I need permission to speak my mind on the internet? No, not from anyone else, but I need it from myself. And that's what's been holding me back for a year, wanting to make these types of videos, has been a permission piece of not feeling like I was worthy of giving myself permission to do what I wanted to do. Right? I didn't believe that I had that right, that ability, that option, right? If the sign says no smoking, I'm not smoking. And that one makes sense because I don't want to smoke in an area where there's kids and stuff. That it's not about just constantly breaking every sense of permission, but it is about making the decision yourself. Right? So the no smoking sign is not the reason I don't smoke when I'm walking around inside a mall. The no smoking sign has nothing to do with that. Yeah, you're not supposed to smoke indoors up here in Canada anyways. Not everywhere in the world is like that, but in Canada, you're not supposed to smoke indoors. I get that. That's actually really nice. Not giving people permission to do that, A1. I don't want to walk around in a pile of people's smoke, okay? But at the same time, I don't need someone else's permission to be up in a park smoking a joint, right? In Canada, that's legal, by the way. So there's a very specific difference between breaking laws because there are real world consequences of government systems. Whether that's right or wrong, totally different subject. But there's a difference between breaking laws and giving yourself permission to act on different things. So this is turning into a rant. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not. But I'm giving myself permission just to post this the way that it is because it's how I feel. And I think that you need to start looking at your life a little bit and seeing what do you believe you have permission to do. It's all about belief at the end of the day. That's the only thing that matters, okay? What do you believe? What do you expect? What are you giving yourself permission to accomplish and to do. So if you believe that you should have permission to do something, and my rule is, does it hurt anyone? Right? If it doesn't hurt anybody, it's hard to argue against doing it. So that's it for today. Much love. Follow me on the TikToks, follow me on the Instagrams, like, comment below. You know the drill. Peace.